Hi everyone, this is Ian Camus of Bliss Climbing. Warning! If you don't own a NEOX, skip this video. If you don't do top rope solo or lead rope solo climbing, skip this video. If you're not an ace at using a knife in dangerous ways, skip this video. Okay, you're still there, so maybe watch that video. I will not do like all the other channels telling you that if you remove your hand from the dead side of the rope, the NEOX will let the leader fall.
It falls smoother. Yeah, you can have a smooth death.
I will show you how to modify the NEOX so it will lock much more and be actually quite safe without a hand on the belay rope or dead rope. Note that Petzl clearly states that the Grigri or NEOX they're not made to rope solo climb, and so if you do that, you're on your own. Obviously, no one's backing you up. I recommend that you buy my online courses, the Top Rope Solo plus Lead Rope Solo bundle. We'll get all the information to you and you will get a lifetime access. And I made more than 150 updates in those courses, and I will still do in the future. So if there's anything new about the NEOX, I will place it there. We will be in contact and you will receive the information. So that's very important. My online courses will make you safer, more efficient, buy less stuff because you'll know, for example, I tell you how to use the NEOX, but is the NEOX the best device out there for your goals? That's the great question, and everything is on the courses. So no more talking, let's go with the modification of the NEOX. So here I have two NEOXes. This one I initially modified and I used, and I did not film when I modded it. So I got a new one, and thank you Sophie Curtis, because you're the one that bought me the two NEOXes. Incredible support. Grigri Plus here, that's modified. Just for comparison, I have electric drill, I have survival knife, really thick blade, a Phillips #2 screwdriver, and I have a Bliss Climbing Tech GG modifier. Let's start. So unpack the NEOX. Right on. So now there's this spring action here that I would like to reduce it, but way easier in my opinion to completely disable that spring. And there's this other spring that is somewhere inside with the NEOX wheel, and that one I will keep it as is. So first you have to get the back of the NEOX there, and you see that screw here. I will open it. Be careful not to strip the screws. All right. Before I will open that plastic cap, I will want to drill some of the plastic. Look at this one that's been modified. So there's a hole there to let the spring out a little bit. If the spring stays inside the plastic cap and there's no modification to the cap, then I will not be able to use the full action of the cam here. The cam will not be able to close all the way like this. So I will need a drill bit. This one is 2.37 millimeter. 3 millimeter could be good also. And so I will drill my plastic cap right where I need to. So almost at the end of this shape here, and this is where I want the hole. Okay, and now what I will do is the spring is somewhere in here, and it will, when I pop it out, it will come all the way here. So I want the hole here to have this orientation here. So I just make it bigger, going like this. I think that's pretty good. And I think it's pretty good. I will remove some of the plastic small parts that the drill bit left to make it a cleaner job. The first time I did that, I took out some plastic after I disabled the spring, so it doesn't matter. It's always possible to do afterwards. Alright, so now I will pry open the plastic cap here. It's a very strong knife with a very thick blade, and I don't care too much if I mess with the blade of that, because obviously you don't want to use an expensive knife that you care after to do that. Be careful with your fingers. I push the blade inside the plastic cap like this, then I pry the plastic cap open quite a bit, then I apply some pressure with my finger, but I need to open the plastic cap more. Alright, and now it moved. That's it. Done. And that allows me access to the spring inside. And I think the best way is with the blade. I push the blade behind the spring there, and I can see that it's in. At the tip of the blade, and I'm ready to pry that spring open. Push open the spring, I pry with the blade quite hard. I push the blade further in. With the tip of my blade, I will push it so it goes over the nub of the handle inside. Almost. So I push the blade really far, and then I pry open. Quite difficult. Pry open really hard. I feel like I will break the device or something. I will try to place the plastic like this. Okay. I pry real hard. It's almost there. It's almost there, and boom. So worked it out slowly but surely, and now the spring is not there anymore. The spring is right against the plastic on this side now. I can see it. And if I look here, yeah, it's somewhere in there. So now the cam is able to open up without problem. I push the plastic back like this, put it in place, and check that everything works well. Now, yeah, this cam is not working properly anymore. So there's something happening inside. I need to open the plastic again, see what's happening. Yeah, I need to make more space for the spring. So I will continue to drill this here. Let's put it back. But something pushes the cam here. I need to remove more of the plastic there. So I will drill right there. I need the spring to go all the way to the plastic, so I will pry open the plastic here. Oh, I see. I need to place the spring where it should. Alright, something moved. Okay, and now the spring is all the way out. It's a little bit too much now. It's out quite a bit. But let's see now. The NEOX is doing exactly what I want. So that's really good. What I will do is I will put some epoxy putty on the spring here so that it doesn't rub my ropes or anything after this mod. I put the screw back, I unscrew a little bit, I screw back just to make sure I use the original thread on there. I don't screw it too much, just enough that it's tight. I like it like that. I will use this JB Weld. It's a little bit old. I will remove a piece of it right there and then take the part that I want to use right after. And so there's two parts that I need to mix very well. And it becomes a single color and then I can use it. So I will make a small ball or something and then put it on where I need to and just make it as smooth as possible so it is not a problem in use afterward. The only thing that's needed right now is the Bliss Climbing Tech GG modifier, and in the kit you will get the GG modifier, you will get 2 extra strings if you ever break this one, but it's really strong, and you get some glue. Aquaseal FD is the ideal glue for the job. Can be put on, so you glue it on like this. The full instructions on how to do that is on Bliss Climbing Tech website. Click here to get yourself a Bliss Climbing Tech GG modifier, and afterwards you can use it. You can look at Brent Barghahn blog or the video that he made with Jenks also. I will put links in the description, and you can buy my whole top rope solo plus lead rope solo online course in order to get very well trained and self-learn on it, everything you need to know, and get yourself up and running with the best system for you. So thank you to my Patreons and my course buyers. You have seen this video prior to everyone, and you have commented that you would like to see how the modified NEOX behaves compared to the original NEOX. So here it is. Pretend I'm belaying a leader. I just hold the cam like I used to do with all the gree-grees. 9.4 millimeter sterling. So, see, and 10 millimeter sterling. I find that it's really good, but if I go a little bit too fast, it locks a little bit. You'll figure out how you want to hold the modified NEOX. Today I went climbing with a friend. He was belaying a leader and he liked the modified NEOX so much he wanted to sell his gree-gree. So yeah, modified NEOX belays like a charm. Be careful of the dead grip of the gree-gree. Petzl wants you to hold just that little spot there. I don't like that. I prefer to do the wrong way. So I grab the whole gree-gree. I keep my fingers, my back fingers on the rope. So if anything happens and I have a dead grip, this is the important hand right there. And if my leader falls and I may give him a rest there, some people would do a backup knot here to go no hands. But with this modified NEOX there, I mean, it cannot unlock really. And you might have seen those videos.
It actually falls faster.
What happens if your hand doesn't hold the brake side of the rope? Warning, if you do not hold the brake side of the rope can slip through the device.
Ooh.
8 mil rope would slide incredibly easy in the NEOX without feeling it. But if I don't press on the cam, it locks right away.
If we put the rope in like this, the feed is very, very smooth. The rope does feed very smoothly, so always hold onto that brake strand.
And so if I do the same, already you see the weight of the rope initiate the cam. So as soon as I pull on the rope there, it will engage the wheel and then it really grabs. So if I belay a second climber, it will lock instantly. I pull the slack easy. If I leave everything without knot, I mean, I think it's safe. I think it's not going anywhere. But yes, you can make a backup knot. Here it is, how to modify the NEOX, remove the spring, and be a happy camper afterwards. Please leave in the comments how you like the NEOX for rope solo climbing and this modification. Obviously, there will be a lot of changes in the future. The NEOX is brand new on the market, and the mod that I just presented was not public. So, I mean, will everyone lead rope solo with a modified NEOX in the future? I don't know. Maybe not, but more details in my online courses. So if you like the video, please push the like button, subscribe to my channel, and as always, go see my website, blazeclimbing.com, to find my online courses about top rope solo and lead rope solo climbing. Thank you very much.